guys, and welcome to the next episode of Shatter Approach Anxiety. In this episode, we're going to look at what even is approach anxiety and where can it crop up in your life, where does it actually affect you, and lastly, why should we bother even tackling this, even shattering this in the first place. So here's my definition, and there's a few out there, but here's mine. It is that fear you feel, right, that anxiety, that fear you feel when approaching something scary in your life, potentially paralysing you, and ultimately you don't take action, you do nothing, you don't express yourself congruently, whether that be doing, saying or being something, you do nothing because of that fear. Maybe you can relate to this scenario, for example. You've just finished work, okay, you're in a coffee shop, you're on the train, you're in the street, whatever. And suddenly you see an absolutely stunning woman, right, who walks past you. Maybe a man as well from a woman's perspective. But you see this attractive person, right, in your eyes, and you get this feeling like, oh my God, I want to go and say something, right? Deep down, you'd love to be able to say something to that person. But as your mind starts to conjure up images of what it actually might be like to speak to this person, go and approach them, it starts projecting, no doubt, many negative scenarios, okay, as it goes into safety mode and protects you. And, with this in mind, maybe your breathing gets a bit more shallow, your heart rate might rise, palms sweaty, whatever. The end result is the same though. You do nothing. You don't take action. You let that opportunity go by, never to be seen again. Sad times, but it happens. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you can relate with that story, then don't worry, okay? It is incredibly normal. It's one of the most common feelings in the world, okay, to have that anxiety feeling with the prospect of, faced with the prospect of facing someone attractive, right? So if you are feeling those nerves or whatever, then you're normal. Congratulations. Myself included, I have this all the time. And in the past, I used to have to rely on alcohol to approach women. I could never just go and approach a woman in the day and tell them how I feel. That was way too scary for me. I never used to fully express myself in terms of if I wanted to spark up conversation with strangers or with people I've just met at a social gathering or whatever. I used to just censor myself and not fully actually express myself. And when important crunch times used to come in my life where I needed to take action, right, but it would be a bit scary to do so, instead I would do nothing. I'd let that anxiety sort of just keep me where I am, safe. So yeah, it's completely normal, so don't worry if you're feeling those feelings of anxiety, that approach anxiety. So apart from the dating scene, because this is a sort of misconception, I think. Everyone thinks, oh, it only happens in the dating scene, No, it happens in all areas of your life. And these are just a few examples where it could occur. So in the work context, if you've ever, been nervous about going to talk to your boss about something, right? Or a work colleague about maybe a salary raise, something to do with the project that you're doing, basically something that scares you a bit, right? And you end up doing nothing. You end up not going to ask your boss about that salary raise or about, mulling over something new within their latest project. And you do nothing. Approach anxiety stops you from taking action, stops you from expressing yourself. Another scenario, you're in a club, in a bar, you see the dance floor, empty, you've had a few drinks, whatever. Then one of your favourite songs comes on and you start to dance a bit, and deep down, you want to go over to that dance floor and dance, right? You want to dance. But because of whatever reason, judgment of others, whatever, you do nothing. You stay there, you don't take action. Approach anxiety stops you, you don't express yourself. Another scenario, you're at a social gathering, or just anywhere in fact, and there's a chance to spark up conversation with someone, and your mind's giving you all these options, to say something, maybe make a joke, a comment, whatever, and you don't say anything. You censor yourself. The anxiety takes over, you don't want to make a fool of yourself, for whatever reason. But you don't do anything. You don't take action. Approach anxiety stops you from expressing the real you. So essentially, I hope you gathered that it crops up in all areas of life, and it's essentially when you're just not expressing yourself fully authentically, whether that's going to say something to an attractive girl, going to approach your boss, or say something in a social gathering, getting up on stage in front of people, whatever. So why is it so important to actually shatter this? Why is it so important to tackle this approach anxiety? Well, what do most people say when you ask them, oh, what do you want most in life? What do you want to be or maybe have most in life? All right? From my experience, most people will say, I want to be happy. Okay, I want to have happiness. I want to be fulfilled. You know, there's various ways of saying this. I want to have that freedom. So, yeah, this shattering approach anxiety, facing your fears and smashing your anxieties, there is a huge correlation between doing this and reaching this stage of, you know, and being happy and fulfilled in life, basically. The more you shatter your anxieties and face your fears, the more opportunities you get. The more opportunities you get, the more adventure you get, the more excitement you get, okay? And with all this new opportunity and excitement and options and meeting new people and growing as a person, you get a greater sense of control in your life, okay? You flip the script and you take control, okay? You're no longer just a random, you're not just at the whim of the world anymore. You're the one writing the script. So new opportunities, new control. With this new control and opportunities and experiences, you get a greater sense of confidence in yourself, self-confidence, self-worth, okay? And with this amazing self-worth and belief in yourself and confidence in your capabilities, this then obviously directly links into feeling really fulfilled in life and ultimately happy, okay? Whichever way you want to think about it. But there's a huge correlation between shattering approach anxiety and feeling good about yourself in your life. So, with that in mind, I hope it's clear why we even want to tackle this, what approach anxiety is in the first place, and I hope it's given you some awareness of where it's cropping up in your life where you might not have even been aware beforehand. So with that in mind, go and express yourself authentically all the time. Don't let that anxiety stop you from taking action. See you on the next episode.